Good morning, YouTube community. My name is Chris. This will be my first video that I've ever posted on YouTube. I did have another 30-minute video that I prepared, but it was apparently too long to make it onto the servers. So I'll wait until the director's account are up and running, and I'll post that video. But I have a song that I wrote called Rapper Redemption that I started several years ago, and I finished it about a few months ago. And I wanted to sing it for you, and I hope that it touches you in some way. Again, it's called Rapper Redemption. My middle name is vicious and I love to preach hate, brutality in my lyrics I won't negotiate. I'm perplexing and vexing to all you simple humankind. My singular obsession is to own your heart and mind. My lyricism is like a schism that forms a prison for your soul. You'll never break free until you see me as anything less than an infinite entity. As I'm cruising the town in my cherry Lamborghini, people are glancing around, making frowns at me, cause I got my Alpines rigged to the max, and they're pumping out songs about brutal acts, like killing cops and slicing throats, cause you know I love that violent stuff the most. Oh, they're staring at me with a look of disdain, so I flip them the finger. Yeah, that's my game, to piss people off and cause a great stir, bring sweet publicity. You know I love to be heard. Well, I'm on top of the world with all my raving fans who keep on lifting me up, telling me that I'm the man, yet in spite of the hatred and the venom that I'm spewing, the money rolling in and the women that I'm screwing, something deep inside of me keeps telling me I'm wrong. A voice is screaming deep inside, I'm really not that strong. I see a bunch of followers that are doing what I do. Instead of seeing happiness, there's hate I can't undo. I'm starting to have doubts about this path that I have chosen. I thought I would be free, but instead I feel frozen. I'm trapped in this life of anger, fear, and rage. In spite of all the money, I feel my heart is caged. How do I escape these prison walls around me? I wonder if there's a God who really cares about me. Last night something happened and I felt ill at ease. Can't say what it was, but it drove me to my knees. I was possessed by my demons that were running through my head. This time I took no drugs, but I turned to God instead. I cried, oh Lord, have mercy on me, a sinful man. I know I've turned away from you and thwarted all your plans to mold me to your righteousness and wash away my sin. Please come and live inside of me so I can live again. I may lose fans, get deserted by my friends, take a cut in pay, but then I'll say my Lord is going to triumph in the end, because it's not about how much money you make, or claims you stake, personas you fake. It's about being real, loving the feel of an intimate relationship with Jesus. You never have to steal. It's always there for me and you. All we got to do is ask and obey, and right away the Lord will meet us where we're at. He'll lift us up, let us drink from His cup, and we'll never thirst again. Doesn't matter when. After I decided to open my life to the way of the Master, the disaster that was my life was swept away. I'm starting a new beginning in all I do and say. Yeah, I'm still a famous rapper, but now I've got the words to heal instead of hurt, and love instead of hate, instead of vicious. My middle name is love instead of hate. I rap wisdom from above. Let God be my voice on this planet with so much hurt. Let His Spirit pour over me. Let me never desert the ways and means and power of the King, who is coming soon to heal the earth and bring about His reign. So that was Rapper Redemption, and it was somewhat inspired by the style of Eminem. There was a time in my life when I went through an Eminem phase, but the more that I listened to it, the more kind of dark my thoughts were, and the more I contemplated things like just thinking the way that he did, taking on his persona, thinking of women as objects, thinking of fans or thinking of people as ways that I could please myself. And all the Eminem's raps, 50 Cent raps, actually most people in the rap industry, it's all about the money. It's all about the quang. It's show me the money. That's what it's all about. And people will sell their souls to the devil for money. and for power and for women, and it's a purposeless existence. This is a short life, and we have to prepare for the next one because it's going to be eternal. And when we're stuck up in these selfish desires and we don't look at the bigger picture and all we care about is ourselves, we miss out on the big picture. We miss out on God, and we miss out on Jesus. And no matter who you are, it doesn't matter how far into sin you are, how addicted you are, to whether it's sex, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's idolatry, like just having people idolize you and having the pride that comes with that. You can always turn to God and humble yourself, and He'll forgive you for your sins when you confess them to Him and you admit that you are wrong, and you tell Him that you want to come into a real relationship with Him. And God is there. He is a real God. And I know it may not seem like it to many of you, but you have to be honest with God, and you have to come forth to Him in true yearning to be in a relationship with Him, and He'll meet you where you're at. So I only had about 10 minutes to talk on YouTube, so I guess I'll say goodbye for now. Once they extend the limit to over 10 minutes, then I'll be giving more lengthy discussions about things that are going on in the world that are of great concern to me, things that I feel are leading up to the eventual coming of the Antichrist, and a lot of people just completely bowing down to him and worshiping him because he can do signs and wonders. And that's the outward manifestation of the Antichrist. Will be these signs and wonders that people are aghast at. So just be careful and find God now, so that you're not confused when the time comes when the false God comes and declares himself to be God, the Lord of the universe. Okay, that's all I have to say. God bless you, and I'll be seeing you soon.